Hello, this is Lolly. I am back with my jumbo playing card journal, and this will be the final video that I do in this three-part series. Well, four when you consider these paper clips that I did. Now, this one is actually part of a swap I'm doing. This one will go with the journal, and I will give you the link down below to part 1 and part 2 of these, plus the link to making these paper clips, which are hidden paper clips like this. There we go. Now, the only thing I want to do left, I do have this, which I can give you the video as well to this. I put epoxy resin on the front of one of the gold playing cards, and I am going to include this in the pocket here. That'll be part of the journal. And I have these charms, and I am really into simplicity. I don't tend to overdo it on covers. But there's something about the stark whiteness of this that really is bothering me. So I think what I'm going to do is even to just run a bead of black rickrack along here, I think will make me happier. So I can use the Fabri-Tac, but what I think is, from my previous experience, I used Fabri-Tac, I think, to, yeah, it's coming undone. So I'm going to have to re-glue this down. Yeah, see how easily that pops right up there? So I'm going to use Better Ultimate Adhesive, put a strip of this across there, and apply the rickrack, and I'm also going to use it to fix that one pocket, because you never know. And many of you have commented, could I sand the card down? And yes, I could. I could sand it down in the areas in which I was planning on gluing pockets, because you wouldn't see that part that was sanded. And that would definitely work. It wouldn't work too well right here, because I would have to sand just this line and nothing else. Now I need to wait 20 minutes before I come back and fiddle with this and trim off the excess. Okay, it's been a good 20 minutes, and what I did was I also fixed this pocket here. And if you're ever worried that your binder clips are going to leave like indentations on there, you could do what I did and put cardstock around there to protect it. All right, so now, oops, excuse me, I came across this stamp set, a stamp that I got from Imaginese. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't even know. It's American Crafts, and it says Game Night, and I thought that would be a really cute stamp to stamp now and then throughout on these pages. So let's find something that's smooth underneath. I don't want where there's like a whole lot of sewing, or this would cause problems, so I'm going to move that. There we go. Oh, didn't get it well. There we go. That's pretty good. It does work better on a table, but there are bumpy pages underneath all this. Maybe what I could do is put something hard under that, like a board here. Let's try that again. There we go. Because there's too much give underneath the journal here. I've never had problems getting this one to ink up before in the past. And I think on a floppy journal, oh, it did it again. Can you believe it? Okay, let's try this again. Oh boy, that one's not stamping out well, unfortunately. Okay, so let's try this on white cardstock and see if that will stamp well for me. There, that is perfection. But see, I noticed that when I stamped it, I didn't line it up right, so I'm going to leave a white border around this when I cut it out. So hopefully it can cover up my error there. And I did think about stamping before I actually put the pages in here, and that would have been obviously the better solution, would be to stamp on my pages before sticking them in the journal. And see, then that will glue right in over that. I think I will do some coloring on that. I'm getting my Prismacolors out. I've been thinking about getting polychromos pencils and trying them out. I have been an avid supporter of the Prismacolors for decades. And I do like them, but it does seem to like the quality has suffered a little bit since they sold the company. I've noticed, and this is a perfect example. Let me zoom in here. Okay. The color is not perfectly centered inside the wood. And so what happens is that when you are sharpening it, it's really hard to get a sharp point because it's off-centered. You'll have wood like this. The wood is really high there and really low here. And they've been known to just break so easily now. The so-called lead, which really isn't lead. Another thing I thought would be kind of fun is if I get the Polychromos pencils and start a series of coloring with them. I could call it Lollychromos instead of Polychromos. The Lollychromos series. Okay, now let's go back to the first one that I did and give that a little bit of color as well. Alrighty, so all those are glued in, and I thought another thing that would be good would be to just add a couple more cards here and there. I've got the gold card in this pocket, and so we have these. I used an ace. Let's go with, let's do that. And I have these red paper clips that I love. They've got that kind of vinyl coating on them. And we could just pick any old page here further out. Oh, you know what? I have a 9, oh, 8 there. Okay. There's a red clip there. And what did I do with it? I found this one in my stash too. And I thought that would just be a cute clip just for the fun of it. It's a little bit big for the cardstock. I'm thinking, I mean, it's a little strong for the paper. Let's put it on the cardstock here. Just a nice little clip there to hold things in place. Now, I was also thinking about this. These are the charms that I got from Michael's, the Fairy Tale collection. And there is the Queen of Hearts, and then there's one of each of the suits here. I like the way they were all clustered together, and so what I was wondering is, should I just keep them all together on one of these gourd pins? Let's see, a black and a red on one side, then that, and a black and a red on the other, because I just like how well they're clustered. I just think they're so adorable. Now there's a couple things we could do with that. We could put on the paper clip, and it could be a paperclip charm like that. See what I mean? Just hanging off the top like that, and you can move it anywhere you want. Or this could hang off the actual cover. So that is set up there, and it depends on, you know, what your goals are for it. I think for now, I'm going to put it on the red paper clip. And go back in here. Could also just go in here. I kind of like it on this here. There we go. So there's that charm. And of course we have the charm on this paper clip here. This one here. Okay, so that is the completed journal. You could see a complete flip through on the last video I did of this, the last one being the last journal one, not the paper clip making. And I've decided, as much as I love this and I love cards, I keep making journals and I can't hang on to them anymore. So this is going into my shop. There will only be one, obviously. I will put the link down below so you can find it in my shop. Thank you for watching. I just adore cards, and I think this has been such a fun little project to put together.